In every timeline of South Asian Football Championship, these are the two teams that have shaped recent memory of dramatic endings of trophy-lifting races. And so the immediate future feels so much like the glorious past because all the starting points and stages, all centers that led us to this ending. Bangladesh and India are in the SAFF Under-19 Championship final. The state hosting the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025, Arunachal Pradesh, is a good example of contrast between the materialistic attitude and spirituality of self-renunciation. The land of rising sun had 6 invitees, only the last 2 remains for a hand on the silverware. Will it be India for the second time, or will it be Bangladesh for the first? You're watching the live action only on the YouTube channel of Sportzworkz, live from the Golden Jubilee Stadium in UP. The Bangla Tigers, they made history by winning 2 out of 3 matches overall to reach the final. The team, led by the captain Nazmul Faisal, enjoyed a memorable campaign, finishing first in Group A before beating Nepal in the semi-final. And ahead of their campaign this season, coach Ghulam Chotan had affirmed that his side will not just aim for a podium finish, but the top prize. And here they arrive in the stadium. And if there was ever a taste of survival, Bangladesh have already decided to swim and not sink. Already decided to stand, not lay down. And that is why they are here this evening, going for glory, going for the shiny trophy. They come out of the bus. The rain continues in the northeastern part of India, with the rest of the country with summer at its peak. It will be a challenge for the young guns of Bangladesh to get climatized against a very strong Indian side who are aware of the conditions. The glittering trophy dancing in the center of their eyes, Bangladesh's consistency has turned into stubborn resilience over the last few weeks, and India are master survivors, and they have a formula. Tonight we go back to that primal instinct of survival of the fittest. Samuel Raksham has been the find of the tournament for the Bangla Tigers. The Blue Coals are now just 1 win away from their second crown and will be aiming to continue their dominance. The defending champions have been in excellent form throughout the campaign, having some of the most exciting players like Shami, Rohan, Danimite, who's bagged 5 goals already. Another tonight will be welcome. They form a strong core of the team, managed to secure 3 wins out of 3. India have showcased their utter dominance in front of a roaring Arunachal Pradesh crowd so far, winning 8-0, 4-0 against Sri Lanka and Nepal respectively in the group stage, and 3-0 against Maldives in the semi-final on Friday. Viviana Fernandez and captain Shami had plenty of praise for the local crowd, who've come in increasing numbers in every India game, especially during the semi-final under pouring rain. India have been free scoring. They fly high, riding on the brilliance of Danimite, Mohammad Arbash. Rohan Omang Dodum has been in a great nick, and Prashant Jajo breathing fire from the left wing. It's been a smooth sailing for the Blue Coals so far. Will they be tested tonight by their arch rivals? And the well-being of South Asian football extremely healthier at this point. So many future stars on display here tonight in a showpiece game, the title decider, and what a brilliant matchup we have here. And everything will be tested, and the players, they will leave everything behind. It's a sea of blue here at the Golden Jubilee Stadium, and the crowd eager to give the visitors a deafening welcome. Players, they get ready takes the center stage for one last time in the SAFF Under-19 Championship season. Third successive final entry for the Blue Coats. In the first edition, way back in 2015, they lost to Nepal in the final. However, in the last edition, back in 2023, they beat Pakistan 3-0 in Kathmandu. For Bangladesh, it is their first ever entry into the final of the SAFF Under-19 category. And they will leave no stone unturned to get a result despite all the odds. This Indian team comprising of players mostly from the northeast. The conditions certainly going to suit them. It's a chock-a-block Golden Jubilee Stadium. Not a single seat empty. The crowd responded in a great manner day in and day out. They've been present in the training sessions as well to motivate the teams. And one speciality about this Arunachal crowd is that they've been very sporting throughout the tournament. The Indian bench, Bibiana Fernandez, Dipankar Chaudhary, the goalkeeper coach in there. The crowd will be eager to see their team lift the title for the very first time here in this gorgeous state of Arunachal Pradesh. Huge turnout. Most of them in India colours. Will be a challenge for Bangladesh to deal with the crowd as well. It's buzzing atmosphere at the stadium. It is a big day for the people of Arunachal Pradesh. It could be a shot in the arm for football in the state. Football moves into settled territory here in India. And we are in the third edition of the SAFF Under-19 Championship. My name is Sohan Podar, and in the commentary box I'm joined by Bhashwa Ghosh, who is in a vindictive mode.
Well, thank you, Shohan, and expecting an intriguing clash here between India and Bangladesh. That has always been the story when these two teams face each other. It has never been short of drama and quality in terms of the gameplay we have seen recently from both the sides, be it Bangladesh or the Indian young sides, who have really light up the show. And people are coming in not just because of the love of the game, but because of the way these young lads have played.
A big day, a big night for fans, for players, for everyone involved after what has been a grueling and fantastic season. And as they wait, they must think. A blare of exhaustion, a blink of excitement in the semi-finals. And here is Lieutenant General K.T. Parnaik, CVSM, UYSM Government of Arunachal Pradesh, the Governor, joined by Shri Kipa Ajay, the Treasurer of All India Football Federation. Look at the scenes out there, Bhashwa. Absolutely brilliant.
Match scenes here, absolutely. Every time we have travelled to this venue right from the first match of the tournament, it's been electric and atmosphere. And this is before kickoff. The game is yet to start, and I wonder what will happen once it gets going in a familiar fashion which they have been habituated throughout the tournament, and the Indian flags being waved high. Bangladesh, a lot of support. A few of them have traveled here, but a lot on the social platforms watching the game.
In case you're tuning in, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and do not forget to press the bell icon to receive all the notifications. India yet to concede in this tournament. It will be a challenge for the Bangladeshi defense to combat this high-flying Indian attack. They will both try to break each other's shapes in this volatile green canvas. As fatigue and sweat, mentality and ability are all artists together. For once you think of the days gone by of the rivalries between the Blues and the Reds, and those spirits seem new and true in the sacred space. On the other side lies footballing heaven.
Indeed, a shining Indian young side. The under-19s giving hope for the future. A lot of them have already been highly talked about and highly rated. Discussions are on around if they can make it big and take it to the next level already. They're yet to win the title and get that crown to their name. That is the first thing in their mind right now tonight, as they all line up for action. Even Bangladesh will be up for it.
Absolutely. The two South Asian rivals, it's a clash of titans. A mouth-watering contest. Now time for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the pleasure to invite Shri Lieutenant General K.P. Parnaik, Honorable Governor of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri
It's
Purushottam
the governor
Patel,
of
General
Arunachal Pradesh
Secretary, South Asian Football Federation,
getting introduced to
Shri
the players.
Vinay Vice President,
Lieutenant
Arunachal
General
Pradesh
K.T.
Football
Parnaik,
Association, escorted by Shri Kumar
accompanied
Ajay,
by
General
Shri Keeper
Secretary,
Ajay,
Arunachal Pradesh Football Association and Treasurer
all
of
important
Indian
guests
Football
in attendance
Federation.
for the
We
grand
salute
finale
to the players
of
and
what has
officials
been a
of the team.
wonderful tournament here. All in readiness for the national anthem. India and Bangladesh, the third meeting at the under-19 category of the SAFF Championship. The first meeting was way back on 27th of August 2015 in the semi-final. India beat Bangladesh 4-3 in the penalty shootout. In the second meeting on 21st of September 2023 in Kathmandu, India beat Bangladesh 3-0 in the group stages. Which way this one gonna swing?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have this is then for the national anthem of Bangladesh.
More than 50k content views on the YouTube channel of Sportzworkz. It's a remarkable setting here. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff. The referee in charge of this game is Jafran Mohammed, supported by DL Sampat and Raif Rauf. The fourth official is Mr. Zahir Hussain. Keep-safe photographs. And the Bangla Tigers will look to cause an upset. And this is how they shaped up. Kolam Rabi Chotan is continuing with the same team from the last game against Nepal, with Hussain in goal, Nazmul Faisal and Rifat Qazi up front. Murshid Ali and Shuman Shurain, two very important figures onto the wings. Kamal and Samuel Raksam will try to protect the midfield and provide stability in the middle of the park. Now the Indian captain Shami getting ready for the toss. Bibiano Fernandes doesn't tinker with the lineup either. He continues with his 4-3-3. And his front line have scored 13 goals in combined. He's got 7 different goal scorers in there. Bashwa.
Absolutely, a very fiery front line, and they have to be very aware of that danger. Bangladesh, I'm sure they've done their planning. That is what they did against Nepal. A lot of pace from the Nepalese side is what we have seen throughout the tournament, but Bangladesh did well to tackle them. And the captain on your screen for Bangladesh, Faisal, he has scored in all 3 of the games so far. 2 in the group stages and then 1 in the semi-final. Also provided for the other goal in the semis, so he's a threat to watch out for. And on the other hand, Shami will be controlling the midfield of this Indian under-19 side.
And the tournament has established itself as one of the contenders of being one of the best youth tournaments in South Asia. The quality going up every single season. And these two teams have at least 12 starting 11 players who are products of youth development. So it's a showpiece game tonight. The game healthy and in a great position. It's only going to move forward. And brilliant, of course, these two countries are now involved in Arunachal Pradesh for the final. We're talking about settled 11s and settled players in those 11s. Mohammad Shami and Nazmul Faisal, with the captain's armband so settled in their roles, cemented their place in the history of this game in this region. And we come back to discussing tactics and everything that has been said before the game. Soham Youth Reja, what a way to cement his place in a new role. The warriors, commanders in the middle of the pitch, and the creator Danny Mitay, along with some of his boys for India. The group effort to get here and to get to this point. Ali and Suman stand out for Bangladesh, and now they're going to stand out tonight. But which is the team that can hold this stand together? That is the team. So welcome to this most colourful setting, to Arunachal Pradesh, to the SAFF Under-19 Championship final between Bangladesh and India. The two teams which are part of the South Asia's dramatic footballing history. The clash on this night of all nights. And it is below that they will circle blue and red wassail, their feathers raised into ruffs. And it is here that they will sport, rising into the air, talent locked, studs on their shoes. And this is where they will claim and counter-claim and counter-attack. And this is where they will leave everything behind. And we all hope for a frantic, feverish and a final game of football. So Bangladesh, India, the SAFF Under-19 Championship final.
Well summed up, 2 big nations in South Asian football. And this is the moment they all have been waiting for. They worked for this stage. And they have an early free kick, India.
Oh, great distance of the free kick! And what a brilliant start! The fastest goal of this edition of the SAFF Under-19 Championship. That's a dream start for Team India. And out of nowhere, Ismail Hussain, completely flabbergasted, rooted to his spot. Incredible distance on that free kick. What a stunning goal from India.
Absolutely stunning here. Before we could settle down, before Bangladesh defense could settle down. What a strike that. Look at the distance. He was looking towards goal. If not others, he was thinking in his mind he's going for goal, and he did. Saw the keeper out of his lines too early in the game, and that is a blow for Bangladesh.
The goalkeeper caught off guard. There comes Bangladesh from just outside the box. Goes blazing over the top. Murshid Ali will have to get up to the speed of the game, something that maybe he hasn't been able to achieve in the last couple of outings. There is a clarity of nostalgia in the air. What a beginning. The midfield general, Shami, opens the scoring early in the game. India, they continue to shine. Prashant Kajo pulls it back, way too behind Ganimete. Enough coverage from the team in red in the end. Looking for a breakaway move. Shuman. Bangladesh, how do they respond? How do they react? That is the question. They are in a spot of bother. India just setting an early pace in this game. And that goal certainly will improve their confidence a world of good. Making a dent in the Bangladeshi defense early in the game. And that was the fourth goal conceded by the Bangla Tigers.
Yeah, but have to talk about that goal again. What a finish by Shami. He scored against Sri Lanka. That was a spectacular as well, and looks like he only scores spectaculars. No one even thought the audacity to even try it in a final. The first minute of the game. Kudos to the young lad.
Nicely mentioned. Has been unbelievable throughout the tournament. A silent warrior. He's got a wonderful attacking mind as well. The piano continually picking him. So it's a big night for the Indian skipper. What cool circle has come through.
Well, indeed, but another battle I was about to mention, but before that, India have taken the lead. It is the battle of the two number 11s you have to keep an eye on. Murshid Ali of Bangladesh. He's been the danger man, according to me, the pace and the trickery. And along with that, it'll be Rohan Singh, of course, the pace. It's been tremendous.
And nicely pointed out, Bhashwar. He's so comfortable with the ball at his feet. Murshid Ali loves cutting in with strong left foot. Another Indian move, a floated delivery straight into the grasp of Ismail Hussain. He's part of the Bangladesh under-20 squad as well. He plays his club football for Mohammedan Sporting in the Bangladesh Premier League. But that's tough from Malim. He does take time to settle down.
Yeah, they have
India
to be
just
careful
aiming
about
to
those little moments.
The Blue Coals just aiming to win their record, extending 10th SAFF age group men's tournament. India have won the under-15, the under-16 and 17 tournaments twice each, and the under-18, 19 and 20 once each. Now he's on his bike down the right-hand side. Rohan darting inside. What a telling ball. Even the slightest of touches would have done the trick.
And there you see that burst of pace, the first touch and the second, immediately the thought in his mind, the thought process, how quick, look at that reaction to take it away from the defender, and the cross was again almost to perfection. Omang Dodum near it, but just missed the connection on the header.
Omang Dodum so close. Just had to guide it goalwards. The goal was gaping for the Blue Coats. Bangla Tigers under pressure. Shoham Yutreja hustled off the ball. The referee just didn't like the quality of the challenge. Jaswan Mohammed awards the free kick to India.
Yeah, rightly called there by the official. He was moving away. He got a bit of the ball, but it was from behind, and then a bit of a harsh push, taking the man off.
92,000 viewers watching this live in our YouTube platform. Incredible numbers. Shoham Yutreja getting in behind. And a shot is blocked off. Much better from Bangladesh on that occasion. Yet to settle down, yet to impose their midfield into the game. India did look like a cohesive unit. Flashed it down, Rohan towards the byline, cuts it back. Chaos in the goal mouth. Somehow Bangladesh, they get away with it. Causing all sorts of problems, Rohan Singh.
Clever, such a quick restart from the free kick. Could not get enough connection on it, Omang, because of the pressure from the defender coming in from behind, just making sure he doesn't get a free shot. And that is why it was blocked away. It was Kamal Mirza making the challenge from behind.
3 SAFF titles for Viviana Fernandes as a head coach, looking for his 4th. Bangladesh are familiar opponents for the Blue Coats. They hang it up at the back post. Enough coverage. Resolute defending from India. The organisation, the positioning, absolutely stupendous.
Indeed. And I've really loved this venue, ARUNACHAL Pradesh, house full every time the Indian national team has stepped on, and I'm sure the senior team will be fancying having some game time here at ARUNACHAL. But right now the focus is on. It is still just 1-0. You never know which way things can go.
Here comes Bangladesh. Murshid Ali! That was so close. Was climbing. Fell onto that magical left foot. Look at that. That was travelling. No one closing him down.
And that is the danger man I was talking about, the 2 number 11s. Here's one of them. It is Murshid Ali straight away trying to initiate something. And Malim has to do a lot of work tonight to contain that bursting pace as well as the trickery of Murshid Ali.
The two nations have met in 4 SAFF men's age group finals. And India have won all 4, including last year's SAFF under-17 finals by 2-0 with goals from Mohammad Arbash and Mohammad Kaif. One of them is on the bench, and both of whom are part of the current squad. The day before yesterday, so many fans under such heavy rain, and nobody moved out of the stands. They were still there supporting till the end of the game. And that was so amazing. The players making sure they don't leave anything behind. The promise that it will be a good game and will entertain the crowd the same way they've entertained them in the last 4 match days.
Indeed. A wonderful action of the SAFF Championship coming up live on your screen on Sportzworkz. Do not forget to subscribe and stay tuned and connected to the action. It is getting intense here, and I'm sure it will just go uphill from here. With 1-0, Bangladesh will not sit back. We do not expect them to just settle down at this pace and tempo of the game. They'll certainly take it to India.
Registered 100k subscribers, the viewers rather, for the first time this season.
Come on, hey, come on!
Incredible response. from the football faithfuls across South Asia. Here is Dignitary with that adventurous ball. Prashant Jajo proactive as always. Danny stepping in. He was dislodged. Now for Bangladesh to throw on a counter. Desperate defensive work. A Branches perfectly timed tackle. India will continue the move. Rohan. And still Rohan. Keeper spills it. Tight angle. Omar Gadam setting it up. Well cleared off the line. Almost fearing the blushes. The Bangla Tigers. What a chance for India.
Indeed, what a chance that Rohan combining with Danny time and again, and then gets a shot off, spilled out by the keeper. Has to be careful, Ismail Hussain. That was some lovely control by Omang Todum. The bounce just awkward for Jadra Prashan.
Hit from distance, was lined it up with strong right foot. A decent try from Shumon, just 17 years old.
Well, no time to talk here really, Sean. It's end-to-end at the moment. Once Rohan at that end of the pitch, it was a Bangladesh counter which was stopped when India created the chance. And now, while we're talking again, a shot from Suman Soren, I believe.
End-to-end stuff. Mohammad Shami's strike just separating the two teams. Was named the player of the match against Maldives. The ARUNACHAL people who love football so much, were so happy to see so many people stepping in and supporting them. The players feel proud playing in front of them. They are upbeat for the final, giving it their all tonight. A very vital cog in the wheel, Shami.
Those little moments of counter-attack from Bangladesh is what India have to be careful about, because that is something they haven't faced throughout the tournament. India have been dominating in all the three matches they have played, 8-0, 4-0 and 3-0. So this is somewhat a test, but I think with the quality they've got, they should come out of this safely as well.
Rightly mentioned, India needs to be wary of those two wide midfielders in Murshid Ali and Shumon. Here is the former on the ball, trying to find a gap for the cross, getting some help from Salahuddin. Getting the ball clear, getting it away as far as possible. Shoham Yutreja, Omang Dodum. Ran out of space at the end. India very quick on the counter. The coach is putting in a lot of emphasis on wing play. That's poor from Malim. Chance opens up for Bangladesh. What can they make of this? Supremely composed Shami. And now in behind, Omang Dodum up against Rahman. Omang Dodum! What a save from the goalkeeper. Ashikul Rahman was flat-footed by the youngster. But the goalkeeper Ismail Hussain is pulling off a very good save, comes out of his line and makes himself big.
Top stuff, top stuff. Look at Omang Todung one way and then the other, takes it to his left. Doesn't mind left or right, but good work from Ismail Hussain to come out quickly. And that little step away from his goal, away from his mark, just allowed him to make the save and close down the angle.
Chances galore in the first 16 minutes. This game can go anywhere. India once more in the attack. Still alive for the Blue Coats. Just whiskers away from settling into the bottom corner. And how that stayed out.
Well, Ismail Hussain for the third time now.
Might have to wait for the right moment. Just play it among themselves to regain the confidence which is lacking slightly at the moment. Omang Dodom, crossfield ball, great first touch, takes a fumble. Was he brought down? Referee just looks away. And he continues to stay down.
We'll need a closer look. We'll certainly need a closer look. Does he get the ball there? Interesting. That looks like that foot in was on the ball. There was a hand on his shoulder as well. Maybe just got the ball there. The referee was really close. Interesting one.
Rohan first to stretch the opposition's line of defense. That does allow Gani Mithe to get some space in between the lines. The lead player doesn't hold the ball too much in the final third. Has that ability to play those quick passes into the midfielders or towards the on-rushing wingers. And this was the incident. Crossfield ball from Omang Dodum. Impeccable first touch. Takes it right in front of him, and that extra touch that looked so close.
I think he got the man on this angle. The second replay, he just clipped his heels there. And I'm not sure if he got anything on the ball from this angle. At least the referee was nearby. A lucky escape, that's all we can say. Initially it looked like the defender got the ball around that slow motion. There's the goal though. What a fantastic strike to give India the lead. No one would even think of that. The first minute of a final under 19 level. Shami, he dares and he gets the result. The curl, the dip, perfection. India are looking strong at the moment. Bangladesh have to be very careful that they do not give away a second goal here. With 1-0, they still have a chance. And they've scored a couple of goals in the group stage matches at least every time. 2-2 in the first match against Maldives, 3-0 against Bhutan, and then 2-1 against Nepal in the semis. So they can score the goals, but they have to make sure they do not leak too many.
Press go, Shuman! Man to man! Hey, come on!
India getting in aggressive positions with those set pieces, free kicks and throw-ins. And they too have the ball down with them, the possession with them. The majority of it, Bangladesh trying to focus on the counters. India moving in an attack here down the central areas. Rohan, that's the combination time and again. They look forward for Danny, looking for the run of Chacho. Hasn't been involved as such yet. Now Bangladesh looking for the counter. Malim was out, the keeper as well. The coordination has been there. That is one thing you have to give credits to Bibiano. He hasn't experimented too much with the first 11. He's kept the lineup mostly similar, and now coming into the finals, they've continued with the same 11 like it was in the semis. And a crossfield ball towards Rohan. He appeals for handball, not given. A free kick for India. Danny Mate this time standing on it. Now we've seen this in the previous match. He goes for a cross instead of lining up as if he's going to take a shot. What will it be this time? Danny Mate, a left-footed curler towards Omang, I believe it was at the end of it. Well, it was Sumit Sharma rising, the centre-back coming up. Could not get a clean connection. That so nearly could have been 2-0 had it been on target.
Fine, move! Fine, open it! Hey, come on. Hey, also, come on. Jump on. Leap up. Come on.
Halfway through the first half already. It's just 1-0. If you look at the scoreline on the pitch, it might be different. Bangladesh pushing numbers forward. Omang Todo. Look at him trying to anticipate the second ball out there on the clearance. That is something we have seen from top strikers in the past, even in Indian football, the likes of Chejel Alpatlua. That is a sign of a good striker. You know where to go, when to make the run.
Bangladesh now pressing high. India looking to build up from the back and now caught in possession. Here is Shumon. Trying to make a dent in the Indian defence. Nothing comes off it. Lack of support, slightly isolated. Shot in the foot. Shami. Direct play from the Bangla Tigers. India needs to be careful. You have a habit of switching off at the back. We saw a glimpse of that during the group games against Nepal. The last game against Maldives as well in the first quarter. It's turning out to be feisty and fiery. Always expected in a game of this magnitude. Few words exchanged. The referee Jaspan Mohammed had to intervene to have a word with both the players. Ruhen and Sunny jostling for the ball time and again. Bangladesh defeat Nepal 2-1 in the semi-final after a cagey opening 74 minutes. Rashikur Rahman broke the deadlock with a header from a corner before captain Nazmul Huda Fazal scored the second. Nepal halved the deficit, but Bangladesh saw off the victory. They didn't play the Bangladesh in the tournament, but I've seen them ahead of the final India and know how good they are.
Team up!
They've got their plans ready. Just flagged off. Bangladesh trying to claw their way back. Shumon. Put in from Rohan as he tracks back to support Soham Yutreja.
You rightly mentioned the battle on the wings will be getting heated up. But last day, if you remember, against Nepal, it was in the second half when the game really came to life for Bangladesh, when Suman Soren was taken off and the likes of the substitutes Mohammad Manik coming on the pitch, and they were the ones really impacting the game and trying to score the goals, get the game out of Nepal's reach. And maybe they'll be looking forward to it if they can keep the scoreline to 1-0 at half-time, and that'll be good enough for them to try and exploit with the changes coming in.
That will be a plan from Golan Robbie Chotan to take the game deep. You mentioned about Mohammad Manik, a very physical striker, has that ability to hold up play. Very tactfully, Golan Robbie Chotan going to play his cards. The first half an hour belonging to the home team. Bangladesh switching it to the far right. Murshid Ali. Samuel Raksam from Maulvi Bazaar. BFS Elite Football Academy. Now the captain, Nazmul Faisal. Now the highest scorer for them with 3 goals, Nazmul Faisal. Opened up his body from 20 yards out, but doesn't hit the target.
He's the danger man. Look at that quick exchange there. That is the reason he got the time and space to shoot. And Sumit Sharma has to be careful because he's the one who left his man free. He was already being marked closely by Shami. It was a bit unnecessary for Sumit to go charging in. Bangladesh have earned a corner, and this is the danger man. Bangladesh got a goal from the corner against Nepal to get the lead, and it was Faisal's delivery.
Can they surprise India from this corner? Indita, header comes in! Vital touch! Soham Utreja comes to the rescue. Bangladesh cannot believe it.
A very awkward looking clearance eventually wasn't going in, but they cannot take Bangladesh lightly. They have height, the likes of Ashikur and Sanidas, Mitu, all of them up.
Another this time towards the second post. Standing tall, the Indian defence. They're capitalising onto the loose, back into the mix. Too much distance on the clearance, it's miscued. India will gallop. They venture forward, completely free in the middle. Just not man will bring the ball under control. Continuing his run. Ganimete joining ranks together. Rohan's delivery. Clear away. Shami steps in. Finds Gani. One way then the other. He was crowded out. And Bangladesh, they clear lines. Outside of his foot, Murshid Ali. Finding Rifat Qazi. Is devoid of service, the number 20. He did get on the score sheet in the opening game against Maldives. India play out from the tight space with so much of confidence. And beautifully set up for Rohan. Onto his platter, look, cross comes in. And Prashant Jajo on the turn. Completely off the mark. And does take a tumble as well.
Well, I think the defender caught him there, but he already got rid of the ball by then. The shot was unleashed. The Rohan Singh space time and again troubling Bangladesh. Awkward control from Prashan. But before that, some brilliant footwork there by Malim in that defense line. The confidence to do that from your left back, that is something impressive. And then again, right before that, the counter opportunity. Do not make mistakes against this pacey an attack, and you can suffer. It was 3v1 almost. The pass needed to be more accurate. Maybe the grounded route, it could have found Rohan. It was overweight and difficult for Rohan to control.
Bangladesh just somehow shutting off the direct route to go. This was the previous chance for the Bangla Tigers. The best of the first half an hour. Hitting the foot of the post as well. A vital touch from Soham Utreja. Was close to the danger. Ghulam Robi Chotan mentioned his boys have played good football in all the games so far. And they've learned a lot. Quite confident in getting a result against India. Even the captain Nazmul Faisal pointing out there always a certain level of excitement surrounding any final. It is the last match of the tournament and both the teams want to win it. And they come here to fulfill their objective, which is to take the trophy back home. Shown confidence in each of the players right from the first match of the semi-finals, and that will continue tonight as well. They've come here to achieve good things. And India, always a different proposition. So Bangladesh have a lot of respect for their rivals, but they're here to achieve their goals and will give it their all. They're still very much in the contest. The scoreline well within reach. Cross comes in from the left hand side. Sunny putting it in a great area. Not taking any kind of risk whatsoever. Malan Thaksham.
That is pressure. You've not seen this Indian defense under pressure so far in this tournament. And Malan had to clear it because there was a man behind. And you know, when there is pressure, there is always a risk of making mistakes. They all have to take a lot of responsibilities here. But Bangladesh are really bringing up the intensity and looking for the equalizer here.
India just playing safe on that occasion. They got to deal with this corner. Suraj punching it out. We'll get another go at it. Murshid. Clever from Murshid. Class personified with his weak right foot. Putting it in a great area. Now tries to hit them on the break. Rohan. Hint of handball. Referee right at the spot.
And that is why we were saying watch out for Murshid Ali. The way he took on two defenders, bringing in the cross. This was the handball though, Rohan on the other end. Just trying to chip it forward. Free kick for India.
Come on, Jasta, come on!
An exciting player to watch. Thinking of one red shirt. And then winning that free kick. Samuel Raksham has been caged inside his own half. India just not allowing him to progress with the ball at his feet. They play with a double pivot in Kamal and Samuel. That's beautifully intercepted. Shami. India will rebuild. The reboot from here. Mohammad Arbash. Looking for Arbash. Shielding it off nicely in the end. Ashkur Rahman getting his body in between the ball and the man.
And I think I was just about to mention how Arbash has been a bit silent here, not being involved. Even Prashant Jajo, the left flank, need to involve them more. And just when they did, they created an opportunity. They need to mix it up more. And I think Shami has to take a lot of workload. Even though he scored a spectacular goal, he has to sit back and make sure he doesn't allow Bangladesh attack flowing freely. At the moment, Bangladesh, they're looking promising. They are, of course, not afraid at all. They are looking like a very confident side, and that is a positive for the Bangladesh fans.
Well, plan one from the Bangla Tigers will be to keep Danny Mitay at check. The number 17 has that ability to make an impact even with minimal touches of the ball. There he is, pushing forward. Got to look towards the left. Shuman gathering pace. Sumit Sharma comes across. Now the reverse pass. Rohan could have done better from there.
Should have done better. Just rushed that pass, but the two passes before that, first from Sumit to cover the Bangladesh attacker and then to play it forward. It was excellent work, but then Rohan expected to do a lot better.
Makes the wrong choice there. Rohan Singh, classic Football Academy product. With 2 goals and 1 assist. He scored a brace against Nepal in the last group game. 15 goals scored by the Blue Coats. That's a poor giveaway in a dangerous area. Has to put it through. Rifat Qazi closing down just at the right minute. The Indian defense. Omang Dodum dropping back to fetch the ball. Not the greatest of passes.
Tamam da bol böyle alalım.
This is exactly why I mentioned that it is a
Sani,
test
Dega,
for this
Shantan.
Indian side.
Sani.
They have not faced
Hey,
this
come
much
on.
of pressure,
Faisal,
and you
Faisal.
see Omang Dodum
Sani,
straight away
Faisal.
dropping down, which is a positive to get on the ball, get possession from the striker. But then he's not habituated seeing this pressure, and that is why Rohan came in. The combination was missing. He was looking for Rohan, but Rohan was already making the run inside.
Most number of final third entries in this half by Team India. Rohan Singh with most number of touches. And sometimes just lack the cutting edge in front of goal. What can Bangladesh produce? Shuman! Oh, the first touch has to be better from the number 7. India need to be careful. Bangladesh are opening up.
Yeah, the cross was perfect, the defense was beaten. Only that touch, if you could have brought it down and taken a shot, or even maybe go for the first time attempt, could have been something fruitful.
Arbash putting it through. Omang Dodum shielded off nicely. Mitu Chaudhary sticking to him like a leech.
An excellent pass from Arbash, I believe, out there. And Ashikur and Mitu, both of them combining to make sure Omang Dodum doesn't get a free swing at it, and couldn't even control the ball at the cost of a corner. 40th minute mark, and 1-0 is certainly not safe.
India scored in both the games in the group stages at this mark. Poor delivery, too much of power, lack of innovation from Janimite. Not the one to his standards. The playmaker.
Second ball.
A lot of expectation from the number 17.
Faisal.
And his club, Northeast United FC, just deciding to extend his stay for a few more seasons. Now that's quite refreshing for a youngster. That was looking good for Bangladesh, but the cross was inviting. Now the first touch makes life difficult for Shuman yet again.
They were appealing for a corner, and that has been given eventually. It is the right call. I think it came off the defender. Bangladesh have another chance, and watch out for Ashikur, who scored the goal against Nepal from the header. And they have a well-planned set-piece routine.
Taken shot. Murshid dinks it towards the back post. Oh! Slips off the bar. It's still on in Bangladesh. Have they scored? It looks like and here's that combination once more. Watch what.
I think the referee blew for a foul before the second header. There was a little push to take his marker off, but I'm not sure, cannot see too much in it. And Bangladesh will feel a bit hard done there. We'll have another look at it maybe soon. They're still complaining, Bangladesh. The initial header coming off the post, the second one, the Indian defense already switched off because the whistle was gone.
Well done. Come on down.
That was a peach of a delivery from Murshid Ali. The Indian defense just switching off, resulting into that opportunity. The referee just blowing the whistle for a foul before that. Lucky scare for India. Just playing with fire. Lovely scenes. In the capital city of Itanagar, almost 18 kilometers drive from here.
Hey, man
Still
to man, man to man, man to man. Come on.
no dearth of excitement.
Man to man.
The tickets sold out. It's a full house,
Man to man,
jam-packed
Mayan.
Golden Jubilee. So a similar scenario during the Post Trophy final last year.
Hey, Shuman, hey! Hey, Shuman! Come on!
Shami. Can he get one more for the Blue Coals?
Up! Up!
Slight scramble. So it's been cleared by Bangladesh. They've grown into the game, the Bangla Tigers. Beautiful ball. Great opportunity across the face. Just has to slide in, Rifat Qazi. They are getting there, the Bangla Tigers, time and again.
Oh, that burst of pace. Look at that burst of pace from Nazmul Faisal. It was excellent, and the captain very unselfish out there. He could have gone for the shot. Look at the run. The first touch perfect, takes it away from the defender. Could have gone for a shot any other day, but very unselfish, looked for a cross. Wasn't the wrong decision, but just inches away from the approaching Rifat Qazi. Bangladesh, the positive about them, I would say, is that even after that goal being disallowed, a foul being given just before the final header came in, they did not stand and continue gambling about it. They carry on with the game, and they are trying to create more chances. That is positive from a young side. You want to see that from the youngsters.
Just that they've started to win those midfield battles. Kamal and Samuel grown into the game, which is why Bangladesh is showing some positivity going forward, putting the Indian defense under pressure for the first time in this tournament. Sumit Sharma and Abranches under the scanner. Four minutes added on. Can they find an equalizer before heading into the break? The Blue Coals went off the boil. The Bangla Tigers, will they roar before the half-time break? Murshid Ali onto Salahuddin. Intricate passing. Beautiful footwork. Escapes a couple. Slightly overcooked in the end. That was Samuel Raksham.
Look at that dribbling work from Samuel Raksham. He's looking dangerous. The cross was overweight, but the work before that, initially Murshid Ali and then the captain Faisal combining with Samuel Raksham. They're playing around a few good passes to stitch up the moves, Bangladesh.
This is something which I was mentioning, Bhashwa. Samuel and Kamal getting involved a lot more since the last 10 minutes. It has changed the dimension of the game. They've got the foothold back. The likes of Shumon and Murshid Ali asking questions of the Indian defense, trying to put the likes of Sohum Yutreja and Malim under pressure. Ashikur Rahman. Long run up, steered into the penalty area. And that will bring a corner for Bangladesh. A bright idea just falters in execution. I'm looking for a flick on from Mithu Chaudhary. Nazmul Faisal, can he unnerve Suraj Singh? It's low towards the near post. And India finally they clear. A chaotic moment inside the box.
Every set piece is looking dangerous. That was chaotic. No one could get the shot off. And eventually Arbash clearing his lines. And he's a scuffed clearance, and they'll again go for the long throw with Ashikur. Bangladesh, they are looking dangerous. For the Indian fans, I would say, with the substitutions coming in and the way Bangladesh have played in the second half, they'll only get dangerous, and India would certainly require a second to sit safe. And for the Bangladesh fans, I would only like to say that the way they're performing right now, it's only uphill for them with the attacks and the chances being created. They might very soon get the equalizer. It's not at all going to be an easy night for either of the sides.
It just seems like they are a step away from getting that goal, Bangladesh. They've thrown the kitchen sink at this Indian team. A bit of wind knocked out of their sails. India under the pump. Throw in this time from the right hand side. There's the flick on. Helps it towards Faisal. A comfortable height in the end for the goalkeeper as he plucks it out of the air to safety.
A correct decision by Suraj not to rush it.
Rohan. Was he fouled? Went down too easily. Referee waves play on. Has that tendency of taking on players. So dangerous in a one-on-one situation. I saw the early sparks of Udanta Singh on him.
The landing looked awkward. It looks like the shoulder. Referee wants him off the pitch. But I think there is a question genuinely that needs to be asked. India are doing well at the moment. Apart from that strike, they have not really created too many open chances. But do they have enough on the bench to change things in the second half, India? Because we've seen throughout the tournament, the first 11 has been lethal. Rohan, Omang and Chacho up front. But once the players come off the bench, it's been mostly when the game is done.
And no impact from the bench players. Bangladesh will come hard at them in the second 45. Earned themselves a corner. Nazmul Faisal, the captain, causing a lot of issues for the Indian defence. From the corner, one more chance. It was dipping in. Plenty of blue shirts back behind the ball. It's still bobbing in the area. Sat up nicely. And the half-time whistle. India needed it more than anyone else. And at the break, the Blue Coals go into the dressing room, riding on that brilliant strike from their captain Shami. Bangladesh put on a great fight. They took time, the first 20 minutes, to settle down. They created quite a few opportunities from where they could have gotten that equalizer. So a lot to play for when we come back for the second half. For the time being, at the break, it's Bangladesh under 19 0, India under 19 1.
Yes, indeed. So another 45 minutes, even after a lot of pressure. India unharmed. 315 minutes now. No goals conceded. But this one has been the closest so far in terms of defending and facing the attack from the opponent's side. It won't be an easy. And if you are a deserved champion, you have to work the hard way. And this is the hard way. At the moment, India leading by 1-0 in the crowd. Absolutely packed house. Have to give credits to this ARUNACHAL crowd. Impressive. And we'll have a look at the highlights very, very soon for you all.
Joint collaboration of the Arunachal Football Association, the government of Arunachal Pradesh, All India Football Federation, and the South Asian Football Federation. Hosting this tournament successfully here. The land of dawnlit mountains, Arunachal.
We might have a few words from the Honorable Governor before we have a look at the highlights and go into the break. But what a half it has been from both the sides.
Now the Governor, Lieutenant General K.T. Parnaik, will address something to the public who's gathered here. We'll hear from Shri K.T. Parnaik.
to please felicitate our chief guest, Honorable Governor of Arunachal Pradesh, the chief guest of this closing ceremony, and the Governor of the Dignitary, to please accept this small token of love on this great day. With a lot of warm regards and gratitude to the chief guest. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, all you football enthusiasts out here. Thank you so much. Thank you to our chief guest for being here with us in this stadium filled with all the sports enthusiasts of Arunachal Pradesh. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request Keeper Ajay, Treasurer, All India Football Federation, to say a few words.
हेलो आज इस फाइनल मैच में आप सभी ऑडियंस और हम सब के बीच आज मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में ऑनरेबल गवर्नर ऑफ अरुणाचल प्रदेश केटी पटनायक जी और सारा जो हमारे स्टेज में मौजूद सारे VIPs, स्पेशली हमारा ऑडियंस, ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन, ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ अरुणाचल प्रदेश फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन श्री पेमा खांडू जी का ओर से भी मैं आप सभी को यहाँ तहे दिल से मैं स्वागत करता हूँ। अरुणाचल प्रदेश, आप सभी जानकारी के लिए मैं बताना चाहूँगा, अरुणाचल प्रदेश ग्लोबली फुटबॉल में एंटर हो चुका है। ये अरुणाचल के लिए बहुत ही हिस्टोरिकल डे है। भारत में, इंडिया में पहली बार अंडर 19 साउथ एशियन फुटबॉल फेडरेशन का जो चैंपियनशिप को इंडिया में ऑर्गेनाइज करने वाला पहला स्टेट अरुणाचल प्रदेश का नाम रखा जाएगा। और इसी के तहत आज आप सब ने भी ये मैच को देख रहा होगा। ये सब मेहनत और ये चैंपियनशिप को उन बिहाफ ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन कल्याण चौबे जी और पेमा खांडू जी की ओर से ये चैंपियनशिप को सारे भारतवर्ष में रहने वाला, स्पेशली अरुणाचल प्रदेश में रहने वाला को मैं डेडिकेट करता हूँ। इसी के तहत मैं ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं कहते हुए मैं अपना वाणी को यही विराम करता हूँ।
Honorable Lieutenant General K.T. Parnaik to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Good evening, Arunachal. What a pleasure to see this wonderful, enthusiastic crowd which has come here to cheer both the teams. Arunachal is fortunate to have been given this honor of hosting the 7th edition of the IFA and South Asian Football Federation. So far you have witnessed all the teams, and my good wishes to all the participating teams: Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives and India. What we have seen so far has been very interesting, competitive and intense football. I think it augurs well for South Asia for the standards of football to be raised. We are looking at Arunachal becoming a football power in times to come. And I am sure today's football has encouraged many youth here. It has inspired you to take on the game and play it with all the skills. I would remind you that in the last edition of the SAFF Under 19, it was the Bangladesh team which had won the championship. They are again in the finals. And we have seen both the teams intensely involved and putting in their best. The sports talent in Arunachal is immense. We have been winning medals in national and international competitions in many sports events. I think football should be next on the horizon. The game which has been played with the sportsmanship spirit, with camaraderie, teamwork, and that is something for us to learn. I would like to commend the organizers for organizing this wonderful championship which has come to us for the first time. I would also like to congratulate the referees, the teams and the management which has conducted this event with a lot of pride and enthusiasm. Ladies, gentlemen and children, I think it's a wonderful time for us to rejoice, and I am so happy that the crowd is so enthusiastic. You are cheering every moment of this game, which augurs well for us. And in times to come, we recently had the Santosh Trophy also here, in which we did participate. I am very sure in times to come, Arunachal Football Federation would rise to the occasion and contribute immensely to the national team effort. Last but not the least, I would like to say that all the teams which have come here, I am sure they have earned our goodwill and support throughout the competition. And I am sure they'll go back with good memories of a sports competition being conducted with the spirit and sportsmanship which is essential. Once again, I want to wish you all happy viewing, good loud cheering and inspiring both the teams here on the ground. So far the game has been evenly poised, with both teams making forays on each other's goal posts. In the next half we will see some more interesting football, and I am wishing both the teams the best. May the best team win. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Arunachal, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, firstly for your presence and then your love and support and encouraging words. Thank you so much.
Well, the first half has been very enterprising with chances at both ends. Let's have a look at the highlights from the first 45. It's the final of the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. Bangladesh taking on India, and the Blue Cones making a statement right from the offset. It's the captain leading from the front, Shami, with an incredible strike. And Rohan has been live wire for India down the right wing, creating quite a few opportunities. But Bangladesh, they looked sharp whenever Murshid Ali got onto the ball. And Rohan has been a very busy player for Team India in the first half. And Omang Godu setting it up for Prashant Jaju, putting it all together. And header from a tight angle was initially saved by the goalkeeper. The second attempt just trickles out for a goal kick. And then Danny Mitay from this free kick, putting it into a nice area. Just couldn't divert it goalwards, Omang Godu. Bangladesh kept on piling up the pressure. The corner count kept on rising. Closest have come to score. This time flipping the framework. The referee eventually blowing the whistle for a foul. Might have taken some help with his hands on the defender's shoulder while going up. First half, Bangladesh ending on a brighter note, creating plenty of opportunities. They need better finishing though in the second half. Teams are out, and we get ready for the battle to begin. 1-0 at the half time. Shami's stunning strike from free kick is the difference maker, and very nearly Bangladesh came to score. Shami from that free kick, lobbing it over the keeper, impressive with his block attempts, and got the goal that he yearned for. Well on the way to the Golden Jubilee in the early evening. It was almost as if the clouds came out in search of the front seats for this big game. You have to appreciate the culture
Substitution
and the
for
tradition.
Bangladesh.
We are underway
Player number 7,
with
Soren,
second half
replaced by
action.
player number 17,
Bangladesh making
Joy Ahmed.
change as well. And after highs and lows and some magnificent goals and entertaining draws, the champion will be decided tonight. So friends, families and fans, hold tight, because the final drop in this roller coaster still has 45 minutes left, and this is the South Asian Youth Football Championship. It's the hopeful champions elect against the title favourites. Well, let's see if that change from Bangladesh can make an impact in the proceedings of this half. Want the ball in a jiffy. India will try to maintain possession. Now cross comes in, easily cleared. India just starting the second half exactly the way they started the first, Bhashwar. Just rolled underneath his feet. Rohan Singh, what you make of India's approach, Bhashwar?
I think they have come with the right approach, an aggressive one, because they were under pressure at the ending stages of the first half, and Bangladesh creating a lot of chances. They even ended one up at the back of the net that was not really a valid one. There was a free kick awarded to India before the header went in. So I think they need to step up, score a second to stay safe. At 1-0, Bangladesh can strike anytime, but the Bangladesh fans will really be happy to see their side not afraid at all and looking lethal up front. These are the mistakes India need to reduce at the back.
They just need to cut down on their mistakes. Joy Ahmed coming in place of Shumon. Robbie Chorton needs better control in the central areas, which is why he brought on Joy Ahmed. Let's see how their midfield functions now to get into the attacking area. India with an aggressive beginning. They would want to get the insurance goal in the first quarter of the second half itself. These 15 minutes are going to be very crucial. Shami is controlling the tempo of this game, dictating play from deep at the bridge between defense and attack. Look at that rangy diagonal. Interception from Salahuddin. Stitching a few passes together, Bangladesh inside their own territory. Murshid coming in central from wide area. Got space to operate. Rifat Qazi up against Mohammad Arbash. Rifat Qazi keeps going. Cut out nicely by Malim Gamba Thakshud.
Impressive attacking and passing from Bangladesh. The way he controlled the ball out there, Rifat Qazi. They've earned another corner. This is where they turn out to be dangerous. It is Murshid Ali this time with the delivery.
Crucial goal, Murshid Ali against Bhutan. Great in-swinger. And then that hit. An audacious try. This is where most of the players in the South Asian region, they falter in decision making in and around that 25-yard out. That's a low hit, comfortably gathered by Surat Singh.
And I think it is the exact change which Bangladesh made against Nepal. Joy Ahmed coming in place of Suman Saran, and he was somewhat the weak link, I would say, in the first half, and they have spotted that void wide. And that is the change which changed the game initially for Bangladesh. There's a man down in the center of the park. Play on, an advantage allowed.
There is Lacuna on the far left, asking for the return. Murshid doesn't get it. Malim, the right place at the right time. No nonsense defending from India. Player lying down injured. Play stopped. It looks like a back injury.
And I think Kamal was the guilty party there. A few words exchanged with Umang Dodum. It was the previous attack. A thumbs up from the physio that he was caught out on that counter. And the crowd eagerly waiting for some more fireworks on the pitch. Just one goal so far. But that is how it is generally in finals. Unless a team can really step up and take it away. Bangladesh just getting some more instructions being showered on. But with that substitution, you could see the previous cross coming in from Joy Ahmed. And it will be a wait of time before they bring in the likes of Mohammad Manik on the pitch.
Intense tactical battle. It's more like a chessboard. Viana Fernandez against Golam Rabi Chorton. Let's see whose skiing falls in the remaining minutes of this game. Now it breaks in the circle. Slightly impatient Rohit. Now down the line. Joy Ahmed has set off. And he wins a corner kick. Captain Nazmul Faisal, every time there's a corner, he's been called upon. Will it be in-swing floater? In it comes. A couple of blue shirts went up for it. It's back into the territory. Looking for the curl, didn't get it. Easy collection in the end. Suraj Singh yet to be beaten in this competition.
In a somewhat similar fashion, it looked like how India scored. But how many corners now have they won since the last quarter of the first half? Almost 5-6 corners back to back. Even 2 already in the second half, and that is what pressure can do to the best of us. Shami just clearing it out and gifting away a throw in.
Succumbing under pressure, India. They're feeling the heat for the very first time in this competition. It's a perfect preparation for the AFC Asian Cup coming up next year. We've got to face teams of much higher rank. Almost given away. Prashant Jajo. India just trying to close down the passing lines, avoiding spaces in between the lines, forcing Bangladesh to make those sideways movements.
Bangladesh are controlling the tempo and pace of the game at the moment, and that is what is more of a concern for India. Haven't created too many attacks as such lately.
Maintaining their shape very well, the Blue Coals. The midfield now very close to the back four, trying to have more numbers in the defending area to outnumber the opposition. The Bangladesh is supplying a high line in defense, trying to narrow down the playing area. Partial.
But you very rightly mentioned one thing a while ago, very valid, that they're preparing for the Under-20 Asian Championships, and this is a good test already ahead of them. What will they do against the bigger ranked, the higher ranked teams, and when the test is even tougher? And this is just an example of and a platform to showcase yourselves of how you deal with pressure. And also the question that remains, who has a stronger bench will be the winner tonight, according to me.
Let's see when Gulam Robi Chotan brings on Mohammad Manik. Now nicked off his feet, Murshid. Straight onto the gloves of Suraj Singh. What a threatening run from the number 11 once more. Taking on the Indian defense. Just couldn't match up in terms of pace, Malim Gamba.
He clearly likes his left foot more, Murshid Ali. There was a mistake from Malim, and they're all crumbling under pressure. Arpash has been pretty silent at times, given away the ball, even Shami, and now Malim creeping in, a mistake forced from them. And there needs to be different ideas, maybe time to switch to plan B.
It's coming at the Indian defense once more. Loves just cutting onto his left foot. India trying to close him down. Takes that hit. Nazmul Fazal. And then to work off. Mithu Chaudhary on his toes. Umang Todum, a very, very clever number 9. He doesn't allow the opposition defenders to settle down. Sohumi Treasure makes that inverted run. Plenty of numbers inside the box. Oh! Acrobatic attempt, Prashant Jajo. on the rise. Didn't really connect. That could have been one of the best goals of the tournament without a shadow of a doubt.
Missed the flight, ran a bit too much, ran ahead of the ball. The cross wasn't too bad from Rohan. It was just behind, you see, just ran a bit too much out there. And that is where he lost track of the ball. Just caught himself in the process. There one rare attack. And a card coming out, not sure for whom.
Substitution for
And there's the
Bangladesh.
change I was talking
Player
about.
number 20, MD Rifat Qazi, replaced by player number
Yes,
9,
Ashfaq Mohammad
MD
Manik.
Malik.
Coming in place of Rifat Qazi. He's got that tall frame to trouble the opposition defense. He transfers his body weight onto defenders. Has that ability to hold off challenges. A very physical striker. Rifat Qazi more of a direct player. So both the strikers have got their own advantage and disadvantages. But at this stage, Bangladesh, they need a target man up top, which is why you see that move from Ghulam Rabi Chotan.
It is the same plan again. First it is Joy Ahmed and now it is Mohammad Manik. That is what we have discussed in the first half. But what do India have in their bench? We have seen Johan Benjamin at times, Hurnach to do the defending.
But that's poor. Murshid Ali just stepped over. Suraj Singh was very alert. That was dipping in. What a great hit.
A difficult angle for him, body off balance, not in proper shape, still manages a shot on target. Wonderful reflexes from the keeper to just tip it away.
Corner comes in towards the back post, into the corridor of uncertainty. Bangladesh throwing bodies forward, breaks for the man in red. And that's brilliant. Bangla Tigers are right back at this. It's the super sub Joy Ahmed. Pin drop silence in the stadium. Ghulam Rabi Chotan plays his card at the right moment. And at the hour mark, Bangladesh, they claw their way back. It's 1-1.
It was coming. It was coming all the way. The pressure building, corners after corners, attacks after attacks. A forced save and then off the keeper. The first goal India conceded in the tournament. But from the crowd, any shot, any deflection would have helped them. It was the substitution. Probably took a big deflection off a defender. But Joy Ahmed wouldn't mind it. It is the goal for Bangladesh and the equalizer. What do India do now? Bangladesh, momentum in their favor. India went into a shell and hence they concede. It was coming. You could sense it.
Joy Ahmed breaks the human air through a forest of blue shirts. Keeper unsighted. Number 13. Now we have a game on our hands. It's evenly poised. First goal, as you mentioned, conceded by India.
What I'm very surprised to see is that India not making the press here.
Oman Godum with that chip inside the box. Claiming for a penalty. Mohammad Arbash lost his composure. Saw the tiny little window and tried to slip in. The number 10.
Looked like a clip though. Didn't lose control of the ball there. Arbash, not much complaints from Arbash either. just a friendly hand in exchange. But I think what I was trying to mention is Shami is complaining about that penalty not being given. Even in the first half, there was an incident which was not given. But at the same time, what I'm surprised to see is that India not making the press. That is what we have seen in the other matches. India making the press, winning the ball back in the midfield. And the midfield has been silent tonight for India.
The crowd absolutely shell-shocked. Bangladesh's 8th goal of this SAFF Under-19 Championship. Last time they took on India in the knockouts back in 2015. They lost in tiebreaker in the semi-final. Will be looking for redemption this time around. Wholesale of changes from Bibiano. Rishi Lunkim.
Substitution for India.
Prashant Jajo comes off.
Replaced by player number 19,
And that's that for
Johan Benjamin.
Umang Dodum as well. What you make of the changes, Bashwa?
A little surprised, but then at the same time, because nothing was working, you expected changes coming. 3 altogether and 3 lethal players going off. Danny Matei, who scored in every game so far. Prashant Jajo, the impact man who wasn't used as such on the left flanks too much. And Umang Dodum, he was the only positive outbreak tonight in India's attack. So a bit surprising, but what can the changes do? This was the previous chance.
Yes, the previous chance.
Substitution
Will be
for
questioned
India. Player
on that
number
decision.
9, Umang Dodum, replaced by player number 20, Emnichu
They had a great
Lunkim.
day in the office. Danny Matei, Umang Dodum as well. It's a wonderful platform for the bench players, the likes of Rishi and Lunkim, to prove their mettle, to rise to the occasion. The team now demands a performance. Hardly had any impact from the bench players, the Blue Coals. Will that trend change in the final? This is where it matters the most. A clumsy challenge. The referee will brandish a yellow card. Looks like it's the goal scorer, Joy Ahmed, into the referee's book.
Indeed, that was a clumsy challenge. The assistant referee spotting it right. Arbat controlling it. He was sliding in the path. Totally missed the ball. And a certain yellow card for the goal scorer. But at the same time, is there a reputation of a script? In the previous age group tournament that India won, if you remember, there was a man who plays currently in Delhi FC, Goyari, who's scoring the winning goal. Here comes in Lunkim, who will be leading strike at the moment.
Lunkim expected to operate central. Can India choreograph this free kick into a goal? The crowd getting behind them. Shami. All eyes on the puck. Penalty here. Shami's delivery will be retrieved. Eventually the ball wins the race.
I'll be very surprised to see them sitting back even now, India. Maybe now is the time to step up, change gears again and play their natural way, go out and express themselves. We'll be expecting a lot from Johan Benjamin and Lunkim.
Let's see how that combination works for Bibiano Fernandes. Shami thought about first time and then deciding it to play it on the right. Soham Yutreja denied space. Throw in for India. There is still time though. Ball delivered. No problems whatsoever for Ismail Hussain.
Yeah, the cross wasn't perfect and that doesn't look good because he's gone down for the second time now. Has a heavy strapping in his knee as well. Not sure what exactly the concern is. It is the ankle.
It looks like he's twisted his ankle. A lot of agony. The referee just asked for medical intervention, and these are the goals. And it began with this brilliant strike from Shami. Incredible distance. They're bending it towards the far. Eventually lands at the back of the net. Getting it past the goalkeeper. And to a crowd of players, Joy Ahmed with that decisive touch. Poking it goalwards. Taking India by surprise. Suraj Singh beaten for the first time in the tournament. Johan Benjamin for India. Murshid Ali. Strong reply from Bangladesh. By the way India played the previous 3 games, it looked like they would easily walk away with the trophy. The Bangladesh eventually proved they are no pushovers. Lunkim with the touch. And he draws a foul. Free kick for India from a good position. And the yellow card comes out once more. This time it's Ashiqur Rahman. He did score that goal against Nepal in the semi-final.
Indeed, and that is positive from Lunkim. He has points to prove. He came on in the match against Nepal, missed a few sitters out there, and I think he has that in his mind. Now he wants and needs to perform for his team. A little flick away from the defender, but before that the touch from Arbash and the control was excellent from him. And the flair and skills have suddenly gone missing from this Indian side, and they need to gain back their confidence.
Bangladesh, they fought for every ball. With a tenacious midfield of Kamal, Samuel, Murshid, and with the inclusion of Mohammad Manik, they have a man to aim at now. Can Mohammad Arbash change the scoreline? Can India reclaim the lead? A sizable wall ahead of him. Just need to get it up and over. Shami. It's Mohammad Arbash takes it straight at Ismail Hussain.
And not a bad free kick from that distance out. Mohammad Arbash keeps it on target, and Ismail Hussain made sure it did not spill. The positioning was correct from the keeper. And remember, Ismail Hussain made a few important saves in the first half.
The way India have begun the game, especially the first 20 minutes, they could have put the game to bed. Wasted opportunities, wasted sitters. That might haunt them. Falling into the defense line, Mohammad Shami. Staying deep. Saw him operate to an advanced role in the first half. Viviana Fernandez just realizing he needs one extra man in defense now. Bangladesh attacking from the left wing. Stolen away by India.
We need more positive passing from the Indian side. You could see Shami playing it back, and this might need more time and more off the pitch to separate them. Maybe penalty shootouts, because it looks very tight at the moment. There's a lot of crowd coming in The stadium packing it up even on the social platforms.
More than 200k watching it on YouTube. It's a South Asian derby between Bangladesh and India.
Do not forget to subscribe to continue watching more of this action. There's a lot of time remaining in this, 17 minutes, and of course if we do not separate the teams here, we'll need more.
Incoming towards the boys in blue. This can generate enough power to his neck muscle, Rohan. The angle was a bit challenging as well. India now throwing numbers forward after conceding that goal.
And that is a bit of inexperience there from Rohan. He just sensed his team is not on the lead, wanted to get his team on the lead and tried for the header. It was well in a position from where it's difficult to execute.
Now space here for India. Johan Benjamin! What a ball! Rishi dragging it wide. That was the moment for India. From inside the box, Johan Benjamin with a pinpoint cross, and Rishi went for that side volley. Not in control of that attempt.
He lost that attempt. He needed to control it and then shoot. No one closing him down. Nice little pass from Johan Benjamin, but the substitutes are working together, and that is clumsy.
That's quite painful, and a yellow card comes out. Mohammad Malik into the book. Shami fouled. This is the incident. Both of them went for that 50-50. No malice intended. High boot. The referee was close to the incident.
Indeed, correct decision again, and a free kick for India. 15 more minutes remaining of regulation time. Bangladesh, they have got the equalizer.
We are into the last quarter. Are we heading towards the first penalty shootout of this edition of the SAFF Under-19 Championship? Or will there be some late drama in this battle of supremacy? Will there be a redemption? Shoham Yutreja, tangle of legs. Referee blows the whistle for a foul. India got to make the most of these set piece opportunities. Shami, can he show the way to the blue coals for the second time this evening? Spirited piece of defensive work from Bangladesh.
It is a free kick given in favor of Bangladesh, and Arbash was trying to win the ball back but just holding on to the man as well. That is why the chance is gone now.
Oh, there is space. This could be problems for India. Bangladesh looking good, looking dangerous with the ball at their feet. What a different piece of cloth in this game. They look like they would trouble India, especially the way they played against Nepal in the semi-final. Both the goals came in the last quarter. According to many football experts, India were the favourites, were expected to win by multiple goals, but Bangladesh has thrown that trend out of the window. Options on the right wing. Great defensive work. Sunny this time. Malim's cross. Mithu Chaudhury's header. Collected by Mohammad Albash. Shohum Yutreja with an early cross. It into the feet of Kamal. Here, up to Durante. Very organized Bangla Tigers.
The way things are going, it's very difficult to choose a side at the moment. Both teams making mistakes, both teams going into attack. That whoever manages to hold on to their nerves in the final third will be the ones taking this game away within regulation time.
Johan Benjamin again went for that first time. Lunkim. A couple of glorious balls from the left hand side by Johan Benjamin. He's looking sharp, he's looking good since he's come on.
Indeed. And another player down for Bangladesh. Very sporting gesture from Rohan out there. But at the same time, what can the teams do? It is very tiring as well. It is an artificial turf, even though the weather conditions are quite soothing in the northeast.
Despite all the odds, a memorable performance from Bangladesh. A lot of takeaways from this tournament or this particular squad. Never easy playing in this part of the world in the northeast, especially when you have 7 to 8 players who belongs from this region.
I think it's also the stark contrast in the play styles of the two teams from two different groups, Group A and B. Bangladesh, they have a very different approach to the games, and that is why they held on and beat Nepal. Nepal and India somewhat similar in the approach, operating with the pace, but that pace has been numbed out by Bangladesh. And I think this man has to be given some credit, Ismail Hussain, with a few fantastic saves. We'll talk about that further after this attack.
Sunny takes that throw in. Bangladesh right inside the Indian territory. Moving it to the right hand side. Instruction from Golam Chotan just to play the ball to their feet. India giving away possession. Bangladesh, can they strike from here? Scuffed effort from Murshid. And that punt upfield from Suraj.
Yeah, and that was the angle favouring Murshid Ali's left foot. Thankfully did not connect well, and that is why it was an easy save eventually for Suraj.
Now it branches. First time. Second pair of Smith Sharma and a branches beaten in this competition. Bangladesh have the momentum on their side. Just forcing India to overcome it at times, and Viviano's boys not falling into the trap. They have adequate numbers inside their defensive zone. They try to maintain that balance in attack and in defense.
I think also that Bangladesh have done their homework very well. They've just read how this Indian side plays, and they are just not allowing India to move forward with their strengths.
Little Chaudhary that breaks inside the box. Easily dealt with by the Indian defense. All Bangladesh at the moment. A mistake from it early. Sumit Sharma. I'm so annoyed. Suraj Singh cutting a very frustrated figure.
India will be thankful to that poor touch from Manik. Otherwise, he was clean through on goal. The defender missed him totally, missed the ball, and just allowed the free run. The time is running out. But India are playing long balls and not really trying to settle down. It's very surprising. Not even the pressure coming in from the midfielders. They generally try to go aggressive, snatch the ball from their opponents, but Bangladesh are being allowed to pass the ball around.
Regulation time less than 7 minutes. Bangladesh have gotten into India's head. India slightly rattled by that positive gameplay. Driven on the back foot. Too much on that cross. The rub of the green. They're not going India's way at the moment.
And that is probably the worst of the crosses Rohan has delivered in the entire tournament. And it is the same set of players, it is the same qualities they have, but just because the opponent is different and the pressure is different in your mind, that's the difference it makes. And that is when you identify players who can perform under pressure, sustained in the long term. I think this is really a chance for them to prove their mettle.
A cup final, a battle of nerves. Bangladesh, the way they fought back, deserves a lot of credit. The likes of Murshid Ali, Joy up, held their nerves well. And that's the hallmark of a good player. As a professional, you always put into that spotlight how you react under pressure. On that count, Bangladesh having a slight edge over India.
I think Viviano needs to have a few words here. It's 5 minutes. Do they want to sit back? Do they want to close the game and take it to the shootouts? Or do they want to just go ahead and finish the game for 90, take it to Bangladesh and just increase the amount of pressure and try something? Or the same question remains for Bangladesh as well. But I think given that momentum is in Bangladesh's favor, they got the equalizer, they've been on the front foot. You never know.
Never over till it's over. Samuel Raksam. What a tournament he's had. Onto his midfield partner Kamal. He drives forward and gets challenged in the process. Nervous faces in the stands. India steering away at the other end. A very poor ball forward. Murshid initiating one more attack, trying to penetrate. Stay strong there, Shami. Outlet on both sides. A challenge from behind. On to Rohan. Another free kick for India. This is something Bangladesh got to try and avoid, giving away set pieces to India in those regions.
It was a push from behind certainly, but I think even though it will be an arguable call, that the pass was probably not the correct idea. They should have released Shami on the left and then given time for Lunkim and Rohan to make the run inside the box, because Shami was asking for it, made a bursting run, and that idea was wasted as well, as Rohan was going nowhere with the ball. 4 defenders in front of him.
Shami's free kick. That was overhit.
It doesn't work every time. The first one worked, but at this time you need to push numbers forward, deliver a cross over the defense, even if it is a chaotic situation. The way Bangladesh scored, it could have happened, and you can always have a gamble with set pieces.
Bangladesh and India. Always a topsy-turvy rivalry. And the South Asian Championship, be it the senior men's or the junior boys, or even in the women's category. We saw Bangladesh getting a good result against India in the recent past. Not too long ago, in the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers, they held the Indian team to a 0-0 draw in Shillong just a couple of months ago. And that is where Hamza Chaudhary made his debut for the Bangla Tigers. And we saw the return of Sunil Chhetri from retirement.
The hype is still on. The Bangladesh fans are still buzzing around. They are hoping their team to take this game over the line and bring the trophy home. It won't be easy.
A win will be a resounding result. Never easy playing against India at their backyard. Bangladesh looked supremely confident apart from the first 20 minutes. A skillful play from Rishi. Got to look towards the left. Lunkim keeps going, releasing it down the line. And the keeper narrowing down the angle.
Created a chance, but again I would say a bit of a wrong choice. Johan Benjamin should have been used on that move. Rohan, as usual, the first touch takes it away. Enough from the defender to just let him off.
Five minutes added on to the regulated 90. And he is shot from distance, carried by the keeper, and clears the loose. And that was from almost 25 yards out. And having a good game in between the sticks, Ismail Hussain.
A wonderful attempt from Shami. Under pressure, trying to test the keeper. The punch out was strong. Good goalkeeping from Ismail Hussain. Apart from that one moment in the first half where he spilled the ball out, he's been excellent under the sticks, Ismail.
Bangladesh will be happy with the way things have gone so far. Mr. Loudon, the route full back, has been superb. Collective effort from the boys in red, except the Indian team at bay. Lunkim doesn't get to that 50-50. At a very crucial juncture of the game.
Well, a massive crowd watching and has joined us on YouTube as well to watch the game live. And to all the viewers, I would say, to watch this live action of the SAFF Championship and more such tournaments, do not forget to subscribe to Sportzworkz. It's getting intense here. 3 minutes of regulation time remaining.
The coverage has been outstanding throughout the tournament. Looks like we're heading towards the first penalty shootout. It's still about 2.5 minutes left. And the crowd getting behind the Indian team. Shami. That was wasteful. A couple of minutes more for Bangladesh to hold on. India will look to attack. The last few minutes, Johan Benjamin. The run was offered. He holds on to the ball a bit too long, does not release it on time. And Murshid spots that run. Wide on the far left. There's a player on the overlap as well. Mithu Chaudhary. Samuel. Bangladesh building up. Murshid sets it up. Almost lost his footing. They're asking for a foul on him. Play continues. Mulkim somehow puts it in. A great battle between him and Mithu Chaudhary. Fighting for each and every ball.
And that was some excellent pace from the flanks.
We are into the last minute. Run coming in from behind. It has opened up for India! Just off. Just couldn't believe their luck. And the stadium, the fans, right on the edge of their seat. What a big, big moment. Mithu Chaudhary, Bangladesh's hero of the night. What a crucial goal line clearance.
Indeed, and looks like the full-time whistle has been blown meanwhile, and we will need more to separate the two sides. What a show from Bangladesh. No one would have expected this to happen given the way India have played throughout the tournament. The crowd backing the Indian side still, but this man on your screen, he's been the star of the night for Bangladesh. Murshid Ali absolutely taking the game to India. The intent, the dribbling, the pace, the ideas in his mind, it's been excellent from him and the captain. Of course, it's been a team effort, but India will be a bit disappointed that they could not finish the game within 90. We'll need further penalty shootouts up next.
Bangladesh side charged up. Shoulders dropping from the Indian team. And Bangladesh have turned the game, changed the color and complexion of the match. And now the winner will be decided through penalty shootout. It's been a valiant effort from the Bangla Tigers. And we are into first penalty shootout of this edition of the SAFF Under-9 Camp. It's been a nail-biter. Difficult to pick one team at the moment. And a penalty shootout always a game of uncertainty. Bangladesh truly shocked, unmotivated, they were trailing. They made a match out of this. Psychologically, India will be slightly on the back foot. Let's have a look at the goals.
The winner of the match will be decided
Shami
by
giving India the lead. within the first couple of minutes. Directly from free kick from a very acute angle. And no one would have expected that. And then the response from Bangladesh. At the hour mark, Joy Ahmed getting his name on the score sheet, coming from the bench.
Well, and time for the toss to decide who takes the kick first, who saves the first attempt. Faisal and Shami both have played well. Both of them have tried long distance attempts during the game. But now is the time. We have seen that the best of the best, be it Messi or Ronaldo, all of them can fumble under pressure. These young shoulders have a lot on them, and especially with this packed crowd, even though mostly you would see this as an advantage. A packed stands behind you supporting the Indian side, but sometimes that can backfire. The pressure in your head to perform at this young age in front of such a huge crowd in the Northeast at your home. Most of the players belong to the Northeast, as you mentioned, but what a show from the crowd. Absolutely stunning and impressive from this Arunachal crowd. It is 9 p.m. You mentioned the land of the rising sun. It is, the morning starts early here, and life starts very early, and the day ends early as well. So at 9 p.m., these scenes, support for an under-19 side, the national team, it is excellent and really, really praiseworthy.
Moment to saviour. A great advertisement as far as football is concerned in the state. They've lit up the gallery, they've lit up the mountains. Now it's the battle of survival of the fittest. We've seen best players across the globe. They succumbed under the pressure during the penalty shootout. Bangladesh will strike first. It's Mithul Chaudhary, the centre back, who's stepping up. He's up against Suraj Singh. The crowd backing the home team. Can Mithul keep his cool? Mithul Chaudhary to make it 1-0. And he does it with absolute ease. Sends the keeper the wrong way. And straight down the middle.
Excellent penalty. Has shown composure. The keeper goes to the right, he goes to the left. And he was very confident while taking it. And now pressure on this man on your screen who is stepping up to take it. And it is always difficult. Mohammad Arbash, the man from Classic Football Academy, has had a great tournament so far. He scored in the opening game against Sri Lanka.
Hasn't had the greatest of evenings, Mohammad Arbash. And he's got a nerve of steel. Used his side foot, angles it into the bottom corner. It's an area even the best goalkeepers can't get there. It's 1-1.
A snipe to the bottom corner. And that is what you tell the players while teaching them the basics. Either go for power and precision, or just wait for the keeper to commit. He did the first one. He went for power and precision, bottom corner.
Bangladesh's elite player, Murshid Ali. And Murshid! Same way, same result.
Oh, watch out for this lad in the future. Murshid Ali, even the penalty shows class written over it, rolls it to the bottom corner with confidence, and he's pumped up, and he's been the best player on the pitch for them. And now it's time. We were talking about the battle of the number 11s. 111 has done it, Murshid Ali. Time for Rohan to step up.
Rohan Superb with his deliveries in this tournament. And Rohan has missed it! Ismail Hussain judged the right way. And the crowd shell-shocked. Did anticipate the right way.
Wasn't the best of penalties, to be fair. Ismail Hussain dives the right way as well, but Rohan Singh, you could see in the regular 90 as well, especially in the second half, that pressure was getting into his head, making mistakes, rushing a few headers and attempts, and I think it continued here as well. You need to make the choices right, and now time for the substitute, Joy.
Ismail Hussain, Bangladesh's hero meanwhile. Now Joy Ahmed, he scored the equalizer, and he puts his team in the driver's seat. Bangladesh 2-1 ahead now in the penalty shootout. Increase the pace on the ball. Suraj guessing the right way. He just swipes it and increased the pace on it.
Got a touch to it almost, but wasn't enough. And now Rishi has to step up, but I think some mocking gestures towards the crowd as well, who's gone silent absolutely here. And if India do not score this, it'll be trouble.
Rishi will be feeling the heat, the youngster. Rishi! India are still in the game. It's 3-2.
One common strategy you see, they're not trying to chip it over or maybe use height on the penalties, because there's a risk of missing the target or missing the frame. They're going the grounded route, and it was calmly done by Rishi, still in the balance. Now the man who's been most effective for Bangladesh in the tournament. 3 goals in the 3 matches before final, the captain.
India now need some heroics from Suraj. Faisal has put it over the bar! Can you believe it? Falls under pressure.
And that is where we were saying about the strategy India had taken, not to chip the ball, not to use height on the penalties. That is what Faisal tried, and there's the risk of missing the target, and it does miss the target. And how cruel the game can be, how quickly things can change, because Faisal, who has been the best of players for Bangladesh, has missed it. And now, very surprising, it is Jodhvik of Branches.
Branches from Dempo Sports Club youth setup to restore parity for the Blue Coals. And he makes it 3-all. A big relief for Bibiano's boys. The gallery back to life. It's 3-3.
Wonderful. Confidently taken penalty. The body language was there, and that is why he was given the responsibility. Jodhvik at Branches. And the keeper judged it right as well, but it's too precise to be stopped when you get it to the bottom corner. But worth your money. What a show we are having here.
An absolute nail biter. You can cut the tension with a knife. Father there, and he missed it. Heroics from Suraj Singh, just when it mattered the most. Good save from the goalkeeper. He wins the mental battle against the Bangladesh's right full back. And now India just a hit away from defending the title.
Frame that save. That was going to the bottom corner, diving to the right direction, and the crowd is charged up. Look at that. This will give us a better angle. It was not a bad penalty. Well, it was just there, near but far from the corner, and the captain can seal it.
And it all started with Shami, and it ends with Shami. India the champions of the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. Shami has underperformed on his promise. The blue coals, they rejoice. 4-3 on tiebreaker. They've done it once back in 2015 in the semi-final. Just the action replay of that result. Despite putting in a great effort, Bangladesh will have to return empty-handed, and the reaction sums it up. And surely the top of the table finishes in the group games was significant, but proper glory is to win the championship. In the first edition, it might have escaped India, despite glorious football throughout the tournament, despite the goals and despite the flaws and the beats at which the team takes. But they have done it in style. They've defended the title in style. Bangladesh felt it was one step too far for them. They put up a heroic fight all the way. It was a horrible way to lose a game. But India, they don't care. And this is the beauty of the sport. It always stands in the brink of uncertainty, Bhashwa.
Indeed, very well summed up. And this was the winning penalty from the captain, Shami, stepping up. Nerves of steel at this point of time in the game. India have done it and done it the hard way. Bangladesh down in tears. They have worked hard throughout this very game, deservedly bringing the game to this stage. But then again, a proper example of to not celebrate too early. And that is what happened here. They were celebrating already. India were under pressure. And this is excellent from the Blue Coals. Another trophy under Bibiano Fernandes, and the future looks bright. But under pressure, they need to work more. There are spaces open to work on and get sharper with time.
But Bangladesh will be inconsolable. They will want to throw logic out of the window and let emotions take over. For India and their fans, this is their takeover of the SAFF Under-19 Championship. And the celebration will continue. What a big moment. Arunachal etched history. They are in the map of Indian football. They are in the map of South Asian football by hosting this regional youth championship. It was an absolute spectacle. And these crowd, they are the heroes. They've lit up the stage day in and day out and making it a massive success.
Yeah, the highest attendance in the group stages was 5,328 in that India-Sri Lanka match. But what we are hearing here is it was over 10,000 here, a packed house, absolutely every corner of the stadium, and a massive shout out to them. We'll have a look at the story of the game and what a show we have witnessed here in the final, the big finale indeed.
Shami starting the game in a brilliant fashion. At that point, we thought he might have opened up the lock gates, but it was not. India created plenty of opportunities in the first 20 minutes, failed to apply the finishing touches. Murshid, his attempt went over. The Indian number 11, Rohan, keeper spilling it. Omang Dodum, there was an empty net in front of Prashant Jajo. And then this header from a tight angle. The second attempt, putting it wide. Rohan, hint of a clip. Referee wave play on, and then Danny Mithe putting it in a great. Bangladesh, they kept on fighting. That never say die attitude kept them in the game. They could have got the equalizer in the first half. This goal was cancelled out due to a foul.
Indeed, Bangladesh looked strong since that phase of the game. That is where they stepped up, and a few attempts. This was from the captain, who did not take the shot, went for a cross, and he'll be so disappointed. He was down to tears after the match was decided from that Shami penalty, and that the reason is that he played so well throughout the tournament. It was his penalty miss that cost Bangladesh. But I think it'll be harsh if the crowd goes harsh on him, because they're still young. They're still a fantastic bunch. Murshid Ali with the attempts, the save from the keeper, and that is where they came back with the equalizer.
This was the strike from the substitute Joy Ahmed, stunning the crowd. And then India showing some intent, pushing bodies forward, managed to win a few free kicks. The deliveries lacked accuracy. A couple of times went straight at the keeper, Johan Benjamin, crafting it beautifully for Rishi. Slashed it wide, and then drawing us off its game between the six of Bangladesh. They denied Rohan a couple of times in a one-on-one situation. This was the last chance of the game. India could have nicked it right at the death. But Mithu Chaudhary came to the rescue and makes the most crucial save of the tournament. The game went on to the penalty shootout.
Nerves of steel at times, few mistakes as well. Murshid Ali to perfection, and they were celebrating by then because there was a save made by Ismail Hussain, a fantastic save to deny Rohan. But after that, Bangladesh looked clinical, and they were celebrating, silencing the crowd until and unless their captain placed the next one away.
And as they say, slow and steady wins the race. Suraj Singh was under the pump, had his back to his wall, and that is when he reacted, and in the end got the result for the Blue Coals. And a couple of penalties from India went into the same direction. Branches making the scoreline level at that point. And then the right back Salahuddin not managing to get it past Suraj, makes a very good save by diving to his elastic left, and then Shami with the icing on top of the cake. He started the script and he ends it, the Indian skipper. Are we taking over Arunachal Pradesh tonight? Let me tell you, this is gonna be a celebration that could last not for days but for weeks.
Indeed, very well said, and this bunch deserves all the appreciation from the crowd. They have worked hard, very hard throughout the tournament, not conceded a goal until the final. But their tougher tests will be coming up in the Under-20 AFC Championship qualification matches. Vibiano has to work with the bunch, and I think this was a much needed outing for the Indian side. They saw how pressure feels. They will face tougher opponents, as well as a chance to analyze their weak spots. We've seen only the strengths of the team so far. The bench needs to work harder. The likes of Johan Benjamin were promising, but this Bangladesh side, even though they go down as second best, but I think they will also get some appreciation. The crowd loves football, and they will be appreciated here as well as back at home for the show they have put up. They have been nothing short of exceptional. And the likes of Mithu, Ashikur, Ismail, and up front Murshid Ali, Faisal, as well as Rifat Qazi. But they will be hard done. This is India's night, and the setting was perfect in Arunachal. The match scenes will continue and the celebrations as well. We will wait till we see the teams lifting the trophy.
You're absolutely spot on, Bhashwa. Bangladesh, they really put on a show against India. And the squad has got a lot of players who can make it big in the future. They fought neck to neck against this Indian side, which looked unplayable after the first 3 games. There's so much of variety in the front line. The preparations were spot on from the Bangla Tigers. High time for Bibiano Fernandes now to address the elephant in the room, to work on the mistakes. He's a very pragmatic coach. He'll welcome the positives, and he'll certainly work on the loopholes ahead of the Asian Cup.
Yes, indeed, they will work on it, but now time to enjoy the moment. They deserve every bit of it. The crowd still waiting out here, majority of them. And what was interesting was not just the stands. You could see some parts of the hills around with people crowded, the torches on, the mobile flashlights and the flags waving. Goosebump moments for the Indian fans out here. And now time the players will take their individual medals and then the trophies.
And absolutely. And that's the beauty, Bhashwa, of playing in the Northeast. And if you remember the 2016 I-League season, when Aizawl FC lifted the I-League trophy, we saw a similar kind of scenario. And now the Indian team is ready to give the Bangladesh side a guard of honor for their memorable performance. And now we'll approach towards the trophy distribution ceremony.
Well, look at that from Omang Dodum, still under 19. The youngsters, just 17 years of age, has brought out his goggles to celebrate in style. Mr. Cool of the tournament, strike 3 in 3, the home lad. He enjoyed his time in front of his family and friends, scoring the special goals in the previous 3 games.
Yes, those shades are on for Omang Dodum. And this player possesses a lot of quality. From the Chandigarh Football Academy, rose through the ranks of Punjab FC as well in the Reliance Developmental League. Highly impressive in the South Asian Championship.
Enjoyed every bit of the tournament so far, haven't we? Even the other teams who have participated, Maldives, Bhutan. The Maldives have also played well. Nepal with some sparks. We have seen some special players coming up. And these under 19, some of them will make it to the big stage, to the senior team. And that is where it will really matter most. And I think some of these players from this Indian side already performing. Shami with Punjab FC has already got a goal to his name in the Indian Super League at this young age. And then there's the likes of Jajo Prashan performing for Delhi in the Santosh Trophy seniors as well as the age group.
Warmly welcome the distinguished dignitaries to the stage for the presentation of medals and awards to the esteemed officials and exceptional athletes of SAFF Under 19 Championship 2025 here in Arunachal Pradesh, India. Their presence underscores the significance of this momentous occasion, celebrating the achievements of our remarkable players. Let us extend a heartfelt round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we honor these esteemed guests and the champions of Under-19 football. Please welcome on stage Honorable Governor of Arunachal Pradesh, Lieutenant General K.T. Pranayak ji, Honorable Mayor IMC Tamif Hassan ji, South Asian Football Federation General Secretary Shri Purushottam Katel ji, Arunachal Pradesh Football Association Vice President Shri Kipa Thakur, All India Football Federation Treasurer and Arunachal Pradesh Football Association General Secretary Shri Kipa Ajay, SAFF Competition Committee Member Shri Caetano Fernandes on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, commemorative award presentation. We would like to take a moment to express our gratitude for the invaluable support towards the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. We are honored to have the SAFF General Secretary Shri Purushottam Katel here on stage to present a special SAFF token of appreciation. May I request Katel sir to please move forward. Come forward, sir. Step down and come forward, sir. Please join us in welcoming Honorable Governor of Arunachal Pradesh, Lieutenant General K.T. Parnaik, to receive the SAFF token of appreciation for his dedicated support towards this tournament and his commitment to advancing under-19 football in our region. Sir. Once again, requesting Secretary General Shri Purushottam Katel to present a special SAFF token of appreciation. Please join us in welcoming the All India Football Federation Treasurer Shri Kipa Ajay to receive the SAFF token of appreciation for his dedicated support towards this tournament and his commitment to advancing under-19 football in our region. Thank you. You may take your previous position, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, commemorative award presentation to match officials. Ladies and gentlemen, in recognition of their invaluable contributions, we invite SAFF General Secretary Shri Purushottam Katel and SAFF Competition Committee member Shri Caitanya Fernandez to present the commemorative medals to the match officials for their outstanding efforts in ensuring the successful and remarkable execution of this championship. Let's give a warm round of applause as they receive their well-deserved medals, ladies and gentlemen. May I request Purushottam Katel sir and Caitanya Fernandez sir to please come forward. Please welcome on stage the match commissioner, Mr. Suvrat Thatte from India. Thank you so much, the match commissioner, ladies and gentlemen. The referee assessor, Mr. Sujit Kumar Banerjee from Bangladesh, requesting Caitanya Fernandez sir. Thank you so much. The referees of the final match, ladies and gentlemen, referee Mr. A. Mohammad Zafran from Sri Lanka. Thank you. Assistant referee 1, Mr. D.L. Sampath from Sri Lanka. Assistant referee 2, Mr. Rauf Raif from Maldives. Fourth official, Mr. Zair Hussain from Maldives. And ladies and gentlemen, the other referees, referee Mr. S.M. Jasim Akhtar from Bangladesh. Thank you so much. Referee Mr. Ugain Penjor from Bhutan. Thank you. Referee Mr. Assistant referee Saurabh Hussain from Bangladesh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Assistant referee Mr. Shirin Khunso from Bhutan. Assistant referee Mr. Saurav Sharkar from India. Thank you. Assistant referee Mr. Prakash Bujel from Nepal. Thank you so much. This was the commemorative award presentation to the match officials, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, and please, in a position in your previous place. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is the Fair Play Award. In order to present the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025 Fair Play Award, please welcome Honorable Mayor IMC Tame Fasan. So you're requested to please come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Fair Play Award goes to Team India. I would request the captain, Singamayam Shami, to please come forward to receive the award. By Honorable Mayor IMC Tame Fasanji. This award, ladies and gentlemen, is presented to the team who has performed with greatest merit throughout the tournament in the virtue of fair play. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Best Goalkeeper Award. To present the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025 Best Goalkeeper Award, I would like to invite the AIFF Treasurer and Arunachal Pradesh Football Association General Secretary Shri Kipa Ajay to please present the award.
The best goalkeeper
Ladies and
of the
gentlemen,
tournament, Suraj Singh.
the best goalkeeper is Suraj Singh Ahir from India. Lot of cheer. Congratulations. The best goalkeeper, Suraj Singh Ahir.
Singh was as safe as a house in between the sticks for India. With
Thank
3
you.
clean sheets.
Now, highest goal scorer of the competition. Moving on to the next award, please welcome forward the General Secretary of South Asian Football Federation, Shri Purushottam Patelji, to present the highest goal scorer award for the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2024. The highest goal scorer award goes to jersey number 17, Danny Mete Laishram from India, who scored a total of 5 goals throughout the tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Jersey number 17, Danny Mete Laishram from India, best, highest goal scorer award. Congratulations, and thank you. Most valuable player of the competition. Next, we are pleased to invite forward the Arunachal Pradesh Football Association Vice President Shri Kipa Takum to present the Most Valuable Player Award for the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. The SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025, the Most Valuable Player Award goes to jersey number 10, Mohammad Arbash from India. Congratulations.
Mohammad Arbash, he has been terrific in the
Jersey number
center of
10,
the
Mohammad
midfield, taking a
Arbash
lot of
from India
workload.
gets the Most Valuable Player Award. Lot of cheer from the team members, team players, as well as the crowd. Congratulations and thank you so much. The most valuable player of the competition, ladies and gentlemen, is awarded to the player who has demonstrated excellence in play and made significant contributions to their team. And now, the runner-up team medals. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to all the dignitaries as they present the runner-up team with their medals for giving us an exhilarating final match to witness. All the dignitaries are requested to give the medals. The SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025, the runner-up team, Bangladesh. One, Mohammad Ismail Hussain Maheen. 10, Nazmul Huda Faisal. 2, Sani Das. 4, Mohammad Mittu Chaudhary. 5, Ashikur Rahman. 6, Mohammad Kamal Merdha. 7, Shri Simon Soran. 8, Samuel Lutson. 11, Mohammad Murshid Ali. 20, Mohammad Rifat Qazi. 21, Salahuddin Saheh. 3, Mohammad Abdul Riyad Fahim. 9, Mohammad Manik. 12, Abdul Qadir. 13, Raj Chaudhary. 14, Mohammad Siam Omid. 15, Mohammad Sifat Sahariyar. 16, Ashif. 17, Mohammad Joy Ahmed. 18, Mohammad Radul Hassan. 19, Farzad Aftab. 22nd, 22 is Mohammad Delwar. And 23, Mohammad Nahidul Islam. Great show to the runners-up team. A great round of applause for the runners-up team, Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen. May I mention the head coach of Bangladesh team, Ghulam Rabbani Choton, assistant coach Abul Hussain, team manager Mohammad Jalaluddin, coach, goalkeeper coach Mohammad Imran Hassan Imam, physiotherapist K.M. Shaki, media officer Khalid Mahmood, and Abdullah Nasif Islam. Congratulations and thank you so much for the wonderful show, Team Bangladesh. Thank you for coming here to Arunachal. On behalf of all the people of Arunachal, thank you to Team Bangladesh. And now, the moment we have all eagerly anticipated, to present the champions of the SAFF Under-19 Championship India 2025 with their medals in celebration of their outstanding performance and dedication throughout the tournament. I'd like to warmly invite the dignitaries on stage once again to give away the medals. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the champion of the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025 is Team India! Congratulations! We request the dignitaries to present the medals to the champion players Sportzworkz Jodrik Abranches, SS Brahmachari Mayu, Omang Dodom, Mohammad Abbas, Rohit Singh, And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our chief guest, Honorable Governor of Arunachal Pradesh, Lieutenant General K.T. Pranay ji, to present the team captain his medal and the champions trophy.
The champions, India, their second title in third edition of the Under-19 SAFF Championship. Receiving his medal, Shami has been the standout performer for the Blue Coats of the night. Boys in blue get their hands on the trophy.
Well, indeed, and this is the moment they all waited for, they all worked hard for. He'll move with the team to celebrate. They're all waiting for the captain, the champions of SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025.
And covered in gold. And that's what champions get. Gold around their necks and gold coming down from the heavens. These players get their reward for a tournament. Hard fought and deserved. And the winners, India, wondering if it is a real moment for them. Let me tell you, it is. What a moment for Viviana Fernandez taking over from Ishfaq Ahmed. But the result does not change. And they will celebrate throughout the night. Shami leading from the front. And as the tournament ends, we will remember it mostly in metaphors of metal. The burnished bronze of India's title defense, the beaten copper of Maldives and Bangladesh, and the zing of the Sri Lanka faced. But it will mostly be remembered for the iron will of the Blue Coats, which turned into the silver of the SAFF Under-19 Championship.
Yes, indeed. And of course, the big family to which this team is walking to celebrate. The fans in the stands, the match scenes, they all are a part of this trophy. They all have played a part to cheer these youngsters, and they well deserve to celebrate it with them. And that is why the trophy is being circulated around the stadium in front of the crowd. Every bit of it is worth it. And they have enjoyed and cherished the moments, and the champions eventually written in gold now. India Under-19, the champions of the SAFF Under-19 2025.
They made a first start to the game under a spot of bother in the second, but somehow managing to get over the line. India, the champions of the SAFF Under-19 2025. Their second trophy at the Under-19 category. They lost to Nepal in the first edition. So at full time, in the penalty shootout, India nicking it 3-4 against Bangladesh. And until next season, it's a goodbye, good night, and congratulations to the champions.